Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. As we saw at the end of the last episode, we have just over a day, well a day now to go in the drought. Everyone's just woken up on the last day of the drought. So we should see this guy through relatively easily. What we want to do in this episode is really get this section backed up with water. Then we'll have more green area. We'll have more ability to use this area for growing stuff. And we want to get this section finished as well. So all of those things are stuff that we would like to do. The first thing that we're going to do, whilst we wait for the drought to finish, is we're going to come over here and we're going to improve our power situation. And the way we're going to do that is down here in Paths and Structures, we're going to unlock this platform. So what this will let us do is build across the river without actually going into it. Now why is that important? Well, if we build, say, 2 here, and then let's switch to our dam pieces, and build dam pieces all the way across there. Gee, that's loud. And what that will let us do is it will force water to go through this side earlier. So that's our plan there to help this. So we're going to have bad water flowing again now, and we're going to have fresh water flowing again now. And we'll start irrigating all of our land again. That's excellent. Now we want to wait for this to push that back. That's it. Because we really only want to be in the freshwater area. Now we'll come down here. We're going to put stairs down. It doesn't really matter where, but I'm going to put them there. We'll build a path out here. Now one of the things we're going to do on the way is to say, knock those down. And that will store water into this little corner over here. Let's just slow this down a little bit. I'll store water into this little bit over here, which will help us in the dry season. Now we can see here where the toxic water is reaching, at least a little bit. So we're going to put our dams back here. Just like that. And let's build a path up to them so they can get there to build. Okay, now we're in cycle 4. We know coming up there's going to be bad water. Or bad tides, more specifically. And what bad tides do is the water coming out of here is no longer fresh water. It is bad water. Like this stuff up here. It's going to kill all of our beavers. We do not want that at all. Let's set this one to the highest build priority, because we really want this stuff up here built. Let's turn that up a little bit as well. We really want that done. This stuff is nice. Not as important. Do we have anyone working in here? We don't. Well, let's do that. That will help our lumber as well. Yeah, as I was saying, we're going to have bad water coming out up here, and we're going to need a way to stop it. So what I think we're going to do is in our landscaping, in levees, we've got capacity here for it to flow off the map a little bit. And if we go up one higher, we'll see if we want to get to that height, it's going to overflow on this side. So that's all we're going to have. And unless we flood this area as well, which hopefully we won't do, we're going to try and direct all of the bad water back out of there. So let's come back here a little bit, which is the narrowest section. It's all about the same. Maybe we'll go this line here, because it gives us the most flexibility. So if we do that, That will build up a barrier. And then these triple floodgates. We can't afford them yet. They're 500 science. We've only got 421. But when we can build those across here, which will let us, when the bad tide starts, we can turn them on. And so all of the bad water will go back again. However, we're going to need a way to get up there. Now, how are we going to get up here? So we can get through there. Okay, so it looks like we can go up here, up here. We'll come along here, up there, up there, up there. And then on this side, we can go down, down, down. So let's build those. And that'll take a little while to build, but they'll get them done eventually. At the moment, it just seems like we're waiting on this guy on logs. Now, we don't have any haulers to help out. So that's not going to help us. We do, however, have this built, which is awesome. So we're now going to get a little bit more timber. And we said we want this built, so that will give us more water up here. Even better. How are they going with these stairs here? We're waiting on planks. Planks are our nemesis at the moment. And we need some science. So maybe we'll put one of these in our science factory. And we need someone in this water joint as well. So we've got a lot of beavers now, beaver jobs now, and not many beavers. So it might be worth. So this is 250 science to unlock. So that's us store 9 beavers in the space of 1.5 of these. So that's twice as compact. Now I think for the moment we just stick with our old style of housing. Oh, those ones are backwards. That's okay. So that will give us another 12 beavers to work with. Now these guys should hopefully come over here and start building this. Looks like they are. Wow, no one to work here. But there we go. We've got this area green now. That is nice. Now because that's high, we're going to need to be careful with this. So let's just pause that for the time being. Well, he's gone back here now. Because we want a bit of water in there, but we don't want loads. We don't want it overflowing. What we can do now is say, let's come down here to our crops. And let's be a bit adventurous. Let's plant some potatoes. I said potato. Like this. And then we'll need some potato storage. But we're not going to worry about potato storage directly. We'll just get a small potato storage. Where should we put it? Over here maybe? Yeah, this can be a small potato storage because we want to come into our food and we want to grill. Let's put the grill up here. And now we're going to put in one of those bigger storages, but this one will be for grilled potatoes. This will grill potatoes, and it uses lumber, so we should also put a little bit of timber storage there. So that will help us to build up our food supplies just a bit more. How are these guys going with some of this stuff? So this is... Planks are really our slowness at the moment. Well, this doesn't even have a guy working in there. We've got no builders. Okay, well this is a little bit problematic. We've got no builders to build anything. Let's put you down one. So that gives us one builder to build something. And it would be nice if we had a bit more water. Because we're going to have a few more beavers now. What is this guy even building? Let's follow him around. He's just running around like a silly bugger. But he is getting a good night's sleep. That's good. Oh, so he's going to build the platform down there. That's fine. We saw this just dried out. Let's unpause this. Because we really want this guy to come and drop some water in here. There we go. A bit more. A bit more. Just like that. We don't want our potatoes to die. And I might say, come and build some of these houses first. Well, our carrot storage is all full. You know what? Let's do it. Let's turn this off, just momentarily. And we'll turn that up. Okay, so we're on this kind of difficult spot at the moment where we don't have quite enough beavers. So this will help us have a couple more kits shortly. And so will that. Will give us capacity for 6 more beavers. With these guys building down here, this is all logs now. So let's say, because we know we have this here, let's put some log storage there. Highest capacity logs accept transfers. So now they should come and build this. Well, in the morning anyway. Overnight they're not going to do anything. We've got a guy sitting on his butt over here at the berry farm. And this guy's spending forever hauling timber. I guess that's just how he's gonna be. We can, however, plant some more trees in here. We'll make sure they're marked for cutting down. That's good. Well, we've started building this over here. We've started building this here. Interesting. I wonder how they're prioritizing those. That's a bit weird. I shan't complain though. Potatoes are getting up there in growth. Now we're down to 11 unused jobs, so just the 1 scientist and the 10 in the hauling post. We want to get this under 10. So then we've got some haulers moving some logs around. And let's prioritize, because we want to get this done. Let's prioritize this by haulers. And let's say temporarily, everyone is a hauler. Well, not everyone. A lot of people are haulers. So they'll bring timber over here as quickly as they can. From where? I don't know. But they'll work out a place. Okay, this is also a critical job. Now this has got a few bits of timber over here. So let's put all of those back to low priority. They're finished. But it will mean our builders down here and our lumber mill dude, they won't have to run as far to get timber. That was the goal. This is probably going to be a bit tedious for a while, but it's okay. We can make it work. Particularly while we are low on beaver count. We've had a few kits spawn. That's excellent. Let's go wait until this one's done. There we go. We'll pause that. An old mate can go and work back somewhere else. And if we look at this here now, what's going? The view's gone weird. We can see that there's a lot more going through the power wheel now because we blocked up half of the stream. And over here, they've started building these. We might actually say prioritize those. We've got another drought coming. That's fine. In terms of beaver counts, everything should be okay. We haven't done anything crazy just yet. We've increased our population, but only a little bit. Our carrot count has gone way down. So we're going to get 2 farmers back. And in particular, our potatoes are ready. So we want our potato storage done quickly. And we can see straight off, clearing these, this has now been filled with water. Now we do need to get up to the top here. We look up science, 507. So we can now afford the triple floodgate. And let's put these across here. We don't need to do that corner because it will be blocked off. We will do it later, but it's not urgent. Okay, potatoes built. Now let's so this workplace, it's going to be very important. At least it will be eventually. Let's check out our beavers. We can probably turn this down a bit. We have one more carrot harvester and potato harvester. And we'll prioritize them on harvesting. This is such a long way to go for them to build these. But it will be beneficial once they're done. Now we've still got loads of berries over here. There's no way we're going to be able to use all of these berries. Especially with these berries up here as well. Oh look, he's done. So, what we might do is come in here and say, mark resources for demolition. Let's do it. Let's say all of those berries gone. Because we've still got these berries here if we need them. Now I'd like a little bit more water supply. The next water storage is 120 science, which we can't quite afford yet. But it needs gears, and we don't have a gear factory. And we can see down here now, this guy taking a lot more water. just because it doesn't have as far around to go. So a gear factory. Let's put it just beside here. So we don't want this power wheel anymore. And we want to take out this road. Yes. And let's say in wood, a gear workshop, 100 science. Well, we can't quite afford it yet. We're going to put that right here. When we can afford it. Now this will keep this area green. These guys are doing a pretty good job. And I think this storage, we're actually going to move it. And that's because I don't like that it had this path through here completely blocked off. So let's put the grilled potato storage over here. And what we're actually going to do is in that gap is put another farmhouse. So this one is going to be focused on harvesting. This one going to be focused on planting. Now we've still got a couple of workers working away. I think they're spending a lot of their time coming down here and building these. Let's set this priority to very low. We want them to do other things. Not just spend all their time walking down here. Which, don't get it wrong, it's nice, but that's not the only thing we want them doing. We do want this area built relatively quickly. And we want our houses built. Maybe we'll put the houses on highest priority, so they get built first. And then the kitchen, that'll do. And we'll put these on a slightly higher priority as well. And then once those are done, we'll come and mark these stairs and this area up here. I think that will work. But to help this building process, we're going to put a little bit of storage over here. We're going to say this accepts logs and this accepts planks. And that's so that these stairs and stuff can get built much, much quicker. Gee, this water's held up a lot longer this time. That's nice. Now this guy, nothing to do during the drought, so he's turned off. But we can now afford to build the gear workshop. And it's relatively low priority, not super important. It will need a place to store its output, so let's put that up the top here. I'm going to say this will store gears. And that will get all going in its own time. We do need a way to get back out here though. So that little bit of platform will help us do that. We can walk around the gear factory. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Let's have a bit of a Now what's this guy doing? Works at a gatherer flag. There's nothing here for you to gather. This gatherer's flag isn't doing anything. So we've got 3 haulers now, so they're going to help the map out quite a lot by moving resources around. Okay, what do we have? Now I reckon we can put those to very high. And if we just put like a path across here, they should come and build this, well, throw these out really, really quickly. Here comes our water back. That's nice. This will fill up this area. This is gonna do its own thing for a little while, but that's okay. Look at them fight back. And this needs to get turned back on again. Oh no, all of our potatoes died. Gee, they died really quickly. Or was I just not paying attention for that long? And we want this turned back on as well. Alright, those plants are gone. So we can rip that road back out again. Replant that whole section with carrots. That'll be good. Now these guys, these are our harvesters. Oh look, this is getting pretty close. Let's say high priority, not the highest. And maybe we'll put both of them down to 2. Yeah, that will be good. You see, this is about to overflow now. We're going to need to do something here, I think. I'm not exactly sure what yet. Okay, our builders. Okay, so we can have 4 builders. We can still have 2 of these guys. Okay, everything. Okay, these are built. Let's prioritize filling them. Oh, they've built all of this. I think we need a path over here so they can reach it. And then we'll need some steps up there for them to be able to reach these top 3 here. And I think we want to move our storage now. Move storage to up here. Build these as quickly as you can. This one can store logs. Planks. Yep, that's good. Let's destroy this one. And destroy this one. So that should help them build these a lot quicker. I mean, they're not big storages. But they're something to help out. We've also got our gear factory working. So if we're making gears, that means we can have bigger water storage. And these 4 crops here are going to be the ones that unfortunately bear the brunt of that. So let's get the big water tank. Oh, we got to clear the area first. Which one of these buttons is it? This one. Clear that area first. Say, please do that quickly. I'd really like them to come and clear this out as well. I mean, I want them to do everything. We want those to start really low. Come on, beavers, what are you doing? If we look at our stats up here, we've still got 4 free beds, 5 kits growing up. So that's 9 additional workers. We've got 9 vacancies. Let's look at our housing. These big ones, 250 science. We've got a bit of a ways to go before we get there. Both of these look like they're working a treat. That is awesome. prioritize these so that our couple of haulers we've got spending all their time lugging stuff up here. And this little crop area is being cleared now for us to put in a much bigger water tank. So that will handle a lot of our water issues for the little bit of time we're growing our population. Now, I'm just looking for redundant beavers and there isn't really any, which is a little annoying. Because I would like some. Now this area here, let's log it. We'll put in a large pile. We'll put in a path. Put in 2 lumberjack flags. And mark the area for cutting down. This will store logs. Oh, look at this, they've got one of them built. That's a good start. Now I don't know if... I don't know how much flow each of these is going to make. Whether there'll be enough space for any bad water to leave. So we're going to need to test it, unfortunately, with some fresh water. And I think up here, let's use this bit of area for good use. This one we're going to say accept carrots, and this one will accept water. Oh, our potato factory is built. We can't get potatoes, because our potatoes are still growing. Okay, there's people over here, good. Let's turn you back down to normal priority. This whole area cut down. Good. We want this area cleared. We want this built first, but we want this built first. Maybe if we'll just turn all of this up so they come and start cutting these trees down sooner. Like, ignore that. We want you to build this guy here. Come on, they don't even take materials. You just need to come and stand there for a little while. It's not that hard. Alright. I think we're doing reasonably well. Now, one thing we will need to be careful of is when we do start getting bad water, that it doesn't come down here into our main area. If that happens, that's bad. We've got a channel here. Now I don't think we want that at the moment. I think we can probably use that later to pump water back up here. If we had some sort of reservoir somewhere, then... like particularly on the... well, it would be more down here. Then we could use that to keep water going around in this loop. We'll have to think about that a bit later when we get closer to there. For now, it's not something that we particularly need to be worried about. Okay, we've got 2 workers up here cutting down trees. That's excellent. Now let's come and mark these as high priority to do. We want these done. We want that stair done. And we want these done. But it's planks that are our real issue. So maybe we'll come down here and say Inwood Lumber Mill. So we could fit 2 more in there, but then we wouldn't have any way to get beavers past again. We don't want to have to build additional stairs just yet. But if we put it with a gap, then we're going to need a power line, which will need stairs to go over. So I think we just put 1 there for now. Come and build this with highest priority, please. Now this guy won't have the ability to produce 100% power for all of these, but it will be pretty good for most of them, which we'll take. We've started getting some grilled potatoes. Our beavers are going to get a bit happier. Man, these 2 guys are going ham on this up here. And that bit extra logs nearby really seems to be helping build some of these a bit quicker. Now with additional plank production, it should help even more. Okay, so another drought coming up. That's okay. We're not too concerned about droughts. It's when we have a bad tide coming up, if we haven't got this finished, that we're really, really worried. Now, how are we going to get water out of here? Like the bad tide stuff out of here? I don't know. I mean, we can dilute it with water again after the bad tide, at least for a bit, and then it can flow off, like the rest of it can flow off downstream. Maybe once we get dynamite, we can dynamite a channel through here. And just let the bad water run through here for the time being. We're a bit of a ways off dynamite yet, though. Look at these guys go. They're smashing it with this bit extra plank production. Like they're only running 84% efficiency, but they are doing a bang up job. How's this guy going? Hasn't even been started building yet. And this has dried out again. Okay, I think we just need to rethink it. We'll go back to doing what we were going to do originally before we changed our mind. Water pump there. There we go. Let's make them highest priority because we want this area growing again. Because down here, the water will only get to the tile underneath. And it knows, this guy knows, hey, don't keep pumping water in there, it's full. Whereas when it was 2 tiles high, it still was thought, hey, there's a 1 tile gap. Let's not put, it's not full, let's keep putting water in there. It'd be really good if we could block off this bad tide source. At least temporarily. Is that the only one on the map? That's the only bad tide source on the map. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, do we want to keep this area going with tree farming? I think we probably do. I think we probably do. So let's put another forester up here, which will cover that whole area. Now, I don't know where the boundary here was. This is going to be all oak, and let's say maybe like that. I don't exactly know. We'll find out in the next wet season. Okay, so these are built. This whole area is ready to go again. But we've got no power. No power means no planks. No planks means no building any of this. But they will come and put these gears in here. And it means our builders should come and build these. Like if we look at one of them. So where's this guy going? I guess they can still carry the logs up here. We've just got no planks to bring up here. That makes sense. Now, we do have 6 vacancies. So we've got 4 haulers. Now, we can come in here and say, get me a builder's hut, which will let us have a few more builders. I don't know where a good place to put it is. Let's put it right in the middle here. Now we're going to say lower priority, but higher priority than the haulers. Max workers. And we want them to build it pretty quickly. Because that will help everything else get built as well. Now this is a 5-day drought. Now these guys are going absolutely crazy getting this water out of here for our beavers, which we don't seem to have a lot of. I guess a lot went over here to fill this up. So our beavers won't starve, but they might drown. Hey look, they've finally cleared this out. Let's get these other ones as well done, please. And this area over here, we're going to use for more crop farming. So let's get ourselves another farmhouse. We might put it here. Let's get ourselves some storage for it right next door. And over here, we're going to farm sunflower seeds. Because sunflower seeds... Oop, we missed a couple of spots. Our beavers can just eat straight away. They don't need to be processed at all. Which one is it? Sunflower seeds. There we go. Let's say prioritize sunflowers. How many workers? We'll go 2 workers, but also highest priority. So this is just waiting on planks. Everything's just waiting on planks. Our water is a bit better now. That's good. We might pause these. Press P for pause. Just so that our water doesn't completely dry out. Because if it dries out, we don't have any water left on the map. That is not a good outcome. I mean, there's still this bit. Oh, there it goes anyway. Well, we may as well unpause these. So these will die in 2 days. Our drought is in 3 days. So let's get all of these onto harvesting carrots. We want as many carrots harvested as we possibly can. And such is the fact, we're going to say build this additional carrot storage as quickly as you can. Because we want somewhere to put all of these. We're going to even give you these additional workers. We want this done. Okay, more carrot storage available. What have we got? 1.1 days till it dies. 1 day. The countdown is on. Can they harvest? Oh, these guys are... Wait, 2.6 days. Wow, are they going to survive? Amazing. Can they get all of these harvested in time? That's the question. Or 0.7 days for that one. It might not make it. I don't know where we took workers from for these, but it needs it. Now, this area here is also always going to stay green. So, let's put some additional food over here. Like this, like this. Potato, of course. This is our potato side. 0.3 days. That's not going to make it. These guys have died. Oh, maybe they will. Maybe they will. Wow, we harvested most of it. These can go back down to 2 workers now. Our additional builder's hut is built. But we can't build anything at the moment because we have no timber. No, what are they called? Planks. So let's pause this builder's hut so they can go back to being haulers. They finally cleared that last little section out there. So we'll go sunflowers in all of those gaps. Can't believe these are going to survive. And up here, we just need planks. So do we want this anymore? Oh, they can't reach that one. Okay, so let's delete that. We'll put stairs going that way. And then they will be able to reach it. Yeah, I think we still want that. Both for these stairs and this guy here. Now, where did we say to plant oak to? To there. That's a pretty good guess for where to plant to. Oak. Let's fill in the rest of this area as well. That should do the job. This one, please. Oh, one more plank. Now, you two really need to get a move on. You need to start getting water out of here as quickly as you can. Now, you've got no trees to work on anymore. Let's pause you. You can go and do another job. Now, we can unpause these workers. I don't know what they're going to build, but they can build something. Oh, and our dam down here is also finished. Excellent. So this is going to give us even more water storage. Now, in here, this is deeper. So I think we should put some water storage all the way down the end here. It's going to be a little bit awkward to get to, at least initially, but it's going to be worth it. Yeah, we can go there as well, maybe. So if we say path here, and then a path across here, once these are destroyed. Yep, we're happy to let that collect water. And we're also going to put a couple of them down here. You collect water, and this one will collect water. Now these are critically important jobs. And I guess that means since they're all built, this is critically important to get removed. Okay, we're all planted all back up again. This almost built. 2 more planks. And then we're there. That's it. We just need someone to come and whack it to build it. And then we're done. Here he is. Build, build, build. There we go. Okay, we'll put that path in. Now, this is the next most important thing to build. And then we're going to say one of these water tanks. Not both of them, just one so they don't need to carry water all the way back. But we've now got this entire area dammed, which will be nice. Now, let's just quickly test this and make sure it's going to work. So if we close that up to 3 units, hopefully the flow over the back here, it looks like it's enough. That we'll be able to use that. When we get bad tides. Whoop, we've got a bit of flooding down here. There we go. Whoop, and flooding down here. Hopefully it doesn't affect down here. It'll be right. Okay. Now, I think that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. We've got a bit more water storage, both in terms of capacity, in terms of pumping capacity. We've got a few more beavers now. That's going to make it a bit easier. Our food situation is a bit nicer. Our timber situation was a bit nicer. Look at this up here. This is a nice area. Yeah, timber situation is a bit nicer. Everything is just a little bit nicer. In the next episode, what we're going to do... Well, look at this. Green up a whole load more. I wonder why that is. I don't know why. That was weird. But in the next episode, we are going to come back and see about expanding our beaver population a little bit more, making our water situation a bit safer, so we don't just have these 2 sections, and then improving our industrial area, because at the moment this is okay, but we do have problems when it comes to a drought. And particularly if we're going to be dumping all of this bad water over the back of the map. We're going to need to use the bad water we get from here a lot smarter. We might, just before we finish, these guys are going to need something to eat and drink because they're a long way from home. So let's just put a couple of carrots over here for them to come and eat. Big water storage built. So water should no longer be an issue. It will be, but we'll pretend like it's not going to be. So many little bits of area that we can use, that we will come and look at next time. Thank you everyone for watching today. If you have enjoyed this episode, do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It does help out a lot. Otherwise, I'll catch you all next. Look at all these sunflowers. Look how pretty they look. I mean, I don't know if they're necessarily facing the sun. I don't know where the sun is in this world. But given that they're all looking in different directions, I'm not so sure. Anyway, minor distraction. We'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.